Hi there. I thought I'd take a few moments to show you another easy crock pot meal that I like to do, especially in the summertime when it's already hot and it's only morning time. So this one has a really nice official name. I think it's called wine and tomato braised chicken, but I don't know that because we call it Groundhog Dinner. We like to come up with creative names for our food, and this one came about because the first time we had it, or the second time we had it, we had people coming from the, family members coming in at odd times over and over again. We had the same conversation that they'd sit down and say, oh, this is a good dinner. Did we have this dinner? And we kept repeating the conversation as each new person came to sit down to eat. And so therefore, if you've seen the movie, the Groundhog movie, what's it called? Groundhog Day, right? Thank you. Then we decided to call it the Groundhog Dinner, and for some reason that stuck. So it'll appear on the menu as Groundhog, and everybody knows what it is we're talking about. So this is our Groundhog Dinner, even though it's chicken. So what you need is bacon, which I've already fried so it's nice and crispy. Okay, then you take some of the bacon grease and you're going to cook the onions until they're soft, and then we're going to add some other ingredients. So I'm going to do that now. I saved about 2 tablespoons of bacon grease, it says, and then you just kind of cook the onions till they're soft. Okay, so our onions are softened, so we're going to add, I did chop up 4 cloves of garlic, so I'm going to add that. The original recipe calls for a teaspoon of fennel and a teaspoon of thyme. I am not a big fan of thyme, so I don't put it in there. And fennel is just not something that I ever really have. So, and then a teaspoon of pepper, so that's kind of a lot of pepper. Sprinkle that around and add a bay leaf. And then cook that all up for about a minute before. Might need to turn it down a little. Again, you can put as much onion in here as you like. We're not huge fans of onions, so I kind of maybe skimp on the onion a little. And then you're supposed to add white wine. You can use white cooking wine. A lot of times I'll use whatever white wine we happen to have in the refrigerator. Today I found these cute little bottles of Riesling. It says dry white wine. I don't think it really matters. We need a cup, and one of these wasn't enough, so I'm going to add, you can never have enough wine, so put that in there. Okay, after that's been simmering for a minute or two, we're going to add 1 can, a 28-ounce can of chopped or diced tomatoes and their juice. I'm just going to let that kind of simmer together. You're supposed to also add salt. It says a teaspoon of salt. I'll leave that up to you. I probably wouldn't put a teaspoon in. So we'll add that. Like with anything, adjust the seasonings to your taste. So we're going to come back over here. So there's going to be 7 of us eating dinner, and my husband and my son work outside, so they're always hungry. So I have 12 boneless, skinless chicken thighs, and I am just going to plop them into, they're still a little frozen, but that's okay, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to plop them right into the bottom of my crock pot. You don't have to even really do anything. Usually if there's like a big hunk of skin on one of them, I might try to take it off, but otherwise it's pretty good. Okay, so I plop those into the crock pot, and then I'm going to take my crispy bacon. I only need 5 pieces. You can put in, it says about 4. I have a little bit more chicken, so I'm just going to crumble up 5 pieces. Put that over the top. Just to kind of add flavor. What the heck, maybe I'll do 6. Then all you do is take the tomato wine mixture that's on the stove and pour it over the top. Okay. Making sure to get all of that garlicky, oniony goodness in the crock pot. Kind of spread it out over the chicken. Put the top on, and then it says if you're kind of running behind, you can do this on high for 3 hours, because really the chicken thighs don't take that long to cook. Or since I have the time and I don't need it done that quickly, I'm going to put it on low so that, you know, in 6 or so hours it should be perfectly fine. Then all we do is make some rice before dinner and serve the chicken thighs with some rice and a vegetable, and you got yourself a really easy, low maintenance, hot weather kind of dinner. So hope you enjoy it.